Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey, and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video we are going to be going over three different things. The first one being where you guys can go ahead and find Madame Nazar's location for today. The next one being all of the different collection sets and their cycles. And then last but not least, we're going to go over all of the daily challenges in extensive detail so that you guys can make as much gold as possible here in Red Dead Online. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and let's go ahead and show you guys exactly where you can go ahead and find Madame Nazar's location for today. And she is located in Plainview. So the quickest fast travel locations are either going to be Tumbleweed, which is the location of choice, or Armadillo for today. So just make your way down over here if you need to sell anything to Madame Nazar, or buy any of the collector maps or anything like that. But hopefully if this does help you guys out, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. A thumbs up does mean a lot to me, because if it helped you out, it could help out somebody else out. And honestly, it shows that you guys are really enjoying the content, which this allows me to keep doing it each and every day for you guys. So thumbs up is definitely greatly appreciated. Before we move on to the next one, which is going to be the different collection sets and the cycles, I do live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those time frames and time slots are available on my website, which is gamercorey.com. So if you guys want to make your way over there to make sure that you guys are able to participate in all the games that I play here on the channel, ranging from Grand Theft Auto to Red Dead Online to Minecraft and a variety of other games, that's what we do on the live streams. Also, I do live stream on other days, so if you guys want to make sure that you guys are getting in on all the action, then make sure you guys are subscribed with all bell notifications turned on so that you guys will get notified as soon as I do go live here in Red Dead Online or any of the other games that I do play here on the channel. Alright, so let's go to move on to the daily, the collection sets. I do personally like to go ahead and start with the coins or the lost jewelry, just because you do make the most amount of money per hour. You make about $540 on both of those collection sets in total. The coins will take about an hour, and the lost jewelry will actually take about 2 to 2.5 hours or so, because there are 4 different cycles or sets within the lost jewelry set, but it does require you guys to have the field shovel and also the metal detector in order to collect both of those sets. So the coins are going to be a part of cycle number 6 for today, and the lost jewelry will be a part of cycle number 4. Now the next 4 sets I'm about to go over, you don't even have to be a collector role at all. However, you can only collect 10 of those, and then once you collect all 10, you're not going to be able to collect any more, so it's not even worth it. At that point, you should have enough money to really buy whatever you really need, including the field shovel and also the metal detector, and also have enough experience points in order to make sure that you guys can kind of just continue with whatever you might need within the collector role. So, but those include the American Wildflowers at cycle number 2, the tarot cards at cycle number 1, the antique alcohol bottles at cycle number 5, and then last but not least, we have the bird eggs at cycle number 1. Now, these different collection sets are really good if you guys are a lower rank, not even a collector at all, or just need some extra additional money and don't have the field shovel and the metal detector. Otherwise, if you guys are a higher rank and have, the field shovel and the metal detector, then by all means, I would be going after the lost jewelry and the coins pretty much all the time, just because, like I said, you do make the most amount of money per hour, and you wouldn't really want to focus on making less per hour if you don't need to. The last 2 sets are arrowheads, which are going to be a part of cycle number 4. And then last but not least is going to be the family heirlooms, which is going to be a part of cycle 5. And those 2 sets, you do need to be a collector, so don't even try to do those if you aren't a collector. So those are kind of like with the coins and the lost jewelry, but not quite on the same scale. Alright, so let's go to move on to the daily challenges for today. Now the daily challenges is, in my opinion, the best way of generating gold here in Red Dead Online. You can actually earn 11 gold bars from just completing the daily challenges each and every single day. However, there are 2 requirements that are needed. Number 1, you have to be at least at a daily challenge streak of 21 days. And then you also have to have all 4 of the roles, and you need to be at least a rank 10 in each of those roles as well. So a couple different requirements that are needed there. Now then, when that happens, you'll actually have access to all 19 daily challenges that are current and available right now in Red Dead Online. So you're going to have 7 from the daily general challenges, and you're going to have 12 from the daily role challenges. Now, I always start with the daily general challenges when I go over this, because everybody has access to them, and it is rank dependent on the role challenges so they might not quite be the same for you guys. But there's always one daily general challenge that you guys can go ahead and complete within a very short amount of time, and it usually is less time than it takes you to log in to Red Dead Online, which is pretty amazing. So let's go ahead and start that right now. Let's take a look at what they might be. I would say updating your hairstyle is really easy. You just have to go to any one of the barbers. You got one in Valentine. You have one in Blackwater. There's one in Saint Denis. I think those are the only ones that I am aware of off the top of my head. So just make your way to one of those locations and you're going to be able to get that updated. It will cost you a little bit of money to get that hairstyle updated, but it shouldn't be too bad. 5 herbs sold. These can be any 5 herbs. Pick the ones that you have an abundance of them, and then just go ahead and sell them. Pick whatever 5 you want, and you're going to be good to go. And plus, you'll make $1 or something for doing that. So at least you get a little bit of money back from updating your hairstyle. Milkweed picked. For milkweed, I'm going to show you guys a couple different spots. Number one, you can actually go over to Heartland Overflow. There's actually quite a bit of milkweed in this area. And also, there is a lot over by the Calico Hall area, which is really filled with different herbs and specifically like oleander sage in this area. But along this like part of the river is a ton of milkweed, and that should be enough to really kind of get you guys going. You only have to pick 5, and they always seem to spawn inside of like groups of 2 or 3. So hopefully it's not too difficult for you guys. But that is pretty much all of them that you guys are going to need to know. If you guys have any other better locations than those, then by all means go ahead and let me know. But like I said, you guys can find a ton of them like right in this general area and also in the Heartland Overflows that I mentioned earlier. And let's see, we got 3 non-player enemies grapple to the ground. You can do this in a couple different spots. You can do this in a gang hideout. You could do this in one of the bootlegger missions, which is what I would recommend doing because it doesn't affect your honor. Or you could do this in Van Horn or in Thieves Landing, which is south of Blackwater and north of Saint Denis. But it will affect your honor, and then you'll get wanted by the law and things like that. So it really depends on how you want to pursue this. Otherwise, you could find like a random person that's just riding around the countryside. Yank them off their horse and then just go ahead and tackle them once they start to get mad at you. It's completely up to you how you really want to tackle that one or grapple that one. I don't know how you want to do that. So those are probably the easiest ones in my opinion. The next easy one I'd probably say is Condor Plucked. Condors are going to be obviously very known and found in the New Austin area, especially in the daytime hours. You can find a lot of them just flying around Rosskeller Fort. Otherwise, you can find them just kind of in this general area down here. And it should really not be that big of a deal to find 2 of them, as long as you're doing it during the day. Make sure that you're not doing it too late in the day. I would say any time before like 5, you should be good to go. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till like the next morning, starting about that 7 to 8 o'clock time frame, and then you'll have to wait and until you can, and you just roam around anywhere and then just start to find them. The next on the list is Player Revive. Now this one's going to be a little bit more tricky for a lot of people just because, well, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a secret, tell you guys a little bit of a secret. If you guys can get 3 people inside of a posse, so you and 2 other people, this is going to be the best way to do this. Otherwise, you can participate in, there goes the Condor actually right there. You can participate with this inside of like showdown modes if you can get lucky and potentially revive anybody. Otherwise, like I said, if you get 2 other people inside of your posse or join a total of 3 people, then you have one person that is outside of a posse killing somebody, and then you revive them, and then you just kind of take turns. So you have 1 reviver, 1 person that's basically getting down, and 1 shooter, and then you just rotate. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the next one is complete a posse infighting. So technically you could probably do these together with that posse infighting. Once all the rounds are kind of done and taken care of, then just do complete an posse infighting. And then you can get that gold bar. So these 2 could easily be done together, but I'm going to guess that these 2, especially the player revives, are going to be probably the more problematic daily challenges for today. But if you guys have any other better ways or better suggestions, then please leave a comment down below, because honestly, this channel is all about helping other people. And if you want to be able to help out somebody else, just leave a comment down below. All right, so let's go to move on to the daily role challenges. Now, these are going to be dependent on if you guys are a rank 20. If you guys are a different rank, then these might not quite be the same for you. So if they are different and you do have any questions, then please leave a comment down below, because I can't answer a question if you guys don't leave a question. We have crafted toxic moonshine. The only time that you're ever going to do a crafted toxic moonshine anyway is for daily challenge. The pamphlet is expensive and nobody is using it. Obviously, when it first came out back in December, a lot of people were using it. But then, since then, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anybody ever use it unless they're doing it for a daily challenge. So you will have to have the pamphlet. It costs you $500. If you don't have the money, don't buy it. If you do have any extra money to spare, then by all means, go ahead and buy the pamphlet and get the items that are required to craft the toxic moonshine, and then go ahead and complete that one. We have to have the moonshine bar two drunken player interactions. So basically, get yourself drunk with the friend. This kind of goes along with the posse. Invite them into either one of your guys' moonshine shacks. It doesn't matter which one. And then basically, you just kind of do a little bit of a love slap. Basically, you slap the other person, and that's going to count towards a drunken player interaction. If you guys can't get both of them to be done in the same time frame, basically slap each other, both get it, and then leave and go and do something, and then come back after like 5 or 10 minutes, and you should be able to get that second one completed. For whatever reason, it doesn't always register right away the second time. I don't know why, but I've noticed that the past few times that I've tried this one. The next one is to have 3 moonshine bootlegger missions completed. You can randomly find these ones. If you can find these ones, this is where you can get the grappling non-player enemies to the ground. Otherwise, you can actually go and start a moonshine bootlegger mission through Maggie, and it will actually decrease your mesh price when you start up your next moonshine production. Now, the next one is going to be the trader role. We have to have a distance of 15,830 by delivery wagon while on a mission. This is basically equivalent to doing 2 distant deliveries, so it's a lot of time spent on doing that. Honestly, it's a little bit too much time, in my opinion, and you could be spending your time working on some of the other daily challenges. But if you're basically have already completed all the other ones, and this is like you're adamant about getting a lot of the other ones completed, then by all means, go ahead and do this one. We have to have 2 resupply missions completed. So basically, just go and talk to Crips and actually manually do them. You can't buy the resupplies. You have to actually go and do them. So you will have to wait in between doing resupply missions to actually get this one completed. And then the last, and for me, is to get 10 small animal carcasses donated to Crips. So this is going to be like bats, rats, any of the squirrels, western chipmunks, toads, bullfrogs, American crows, and any of the small birds like orioles, cardinals, waxwings, songbirds, blue jays, whatever. As long as that's a small bird that you can put inside of your satchel, then that's basically what you're going to need. And it's not something that you pluck. You just pick it up and put it away. So then you basically donate those 10 Crips and get that one completed. The next is going to be the collector role. We have to have 3 American wildflowers found, which is going to be a part of cycle number 2 for today. And then we have to have 3 collectibles found by looting non-player enemies. So basically any enemy that you can loot, whether it's bounty hunter mission, stranger danger, anybody that you can loot them. It doesn't matter what your activity is here in Red Dead Online. Just go in and loot all of them, and then use 3 collector maps. And they're super cheap right now, so you should be actually be able to just open them. I did that earlier, and I didn't mean to. So, but it only cost me a couple dollars, so it's not that big of a deal. So I can actually keep doing that and get, 0.5 gold and only spend like $6 versus paying like $60 to use 3 of those maps. The last but not least is going to be the bounty hunter role, which is the only role that does pay out additionally in gold, which is pretty amazing. We have to have 3 bounty targets brought in total. Does not matter where from. We have to have 3 bounty targets hogtied with a reinforced lasso. If you're a bounty hunter, you should have the reinforced lasso no matter what. So make sure that you have purchased it and are using it. And then last but not least is probably going to be the most difficult of all of the daily challenges for today, and that is to get a player bounty collected. I have not legitimately been offered one of these in over a month, and I can bet that a lot of people can say the same. Unfortunately, even with all the griefing that has been happening here in Red Dead Online, players will just go and pay off their bounty before they become wanted. which I think is kind of absolutely ridiculous. If you guys are able to press charges, there should become some kind of cool off, but people just basically go and chicken out and then go pay it off right away. But, so I'm guessing that one's not going to happen for a lot of people for today. But if you guys do have any questions regarding any of the daily challenges, then please leave a comment down below so that I can do my best to help you guys out. But if you guys did enjoy the video or did find it helpful in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it does help me out a lot if you guys do leave a thumbs up, because it shows YouTube that you guys liked it and it will promote it to other people, so it could potentially help out other people as well. But if you guys enjoy, you know what to do. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming.